Hey, Dodgers fans! We're diving straight into all the latest updates and rumors surrounding our beloved Los Angeles Dodgers. The offseason is officially here, and while the dust of the regular season has barely settled, there's already a lot to unpack. First up, let's talk bullpen moves because, as always, the Dodgers are looking to fine-tune every corner of their roster. One name that's been generating a lot of buzz is former San Diego Padres closer Robert Suarez. He's being seen by many as a perfect fit for Los Angeles, not only because of his experience closing out games, but also due to the flexibility he could provide without the need for a massive contract. While names like Edwin Diaz and Devin Williams have been thrown around in rumor circles, Suarez presents a less risky option, one that could seamlessly bolster the bullpen and give the Dodgers more depth as they prepare for another long postseason run. With a roster that has seen its fair share of wear and tear over consecutive playoff runs, shoring up the bullpen is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. Every inning matters when chasing a third straight World Series appearance, and having someone like Suarez could make the difference in those tight, late-inning situations that define championship baseball. Speaking of protecting players, the upcoming World Baseball Classic in March of 2026 presents a unique challenge for the Dodgers. After back-to-back deep postseason runs, the organization has to balance the desire for international competition with the need to protect its roster. Shohei Ohtani has made it clear that he intends to represent Team Japan, and rightfully so, given his stature and talent. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is another player whose international participation remains uncertain. The Dodgers are in a delicate position here. While they could try to advocate for him to pitch more conservatively after an especially taxing postseason, they cannot outright prevent him from playing if he chooses to. Then there's Roki Sasaki, who presents a different scenario. He spent much of last season on the 60-day injured list, and while his postseason performance as a de facto closer was remarkable, he is still developing as a starting pitcher. The Dodgers have the option to block Sasaki from participating in the WBC, and whether they take that step or not will be one of the more intriguing offseason storylines. The team's front office will have to carefully weigh the risk of fatigue or injury against the opportunity for international experience, and given the workload these pitchers carried last year, this decision will not be taken lightly. Fans are watching closely to see if Yamamoto decides to sit out the tournament, and if Ohtani will focus solely on hitting rather than pitching as well, balancing personal ambition with team strategy. Moving from pitching to the infield, the Dodgers are also thinking about how to keep their lineup competitive while managing the aging roster. Players like Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, and Max Muncy are incredible talents, but they're all in their mid-30s, and the grind of consecutive playoff appearances has certainly taken its toll. Depth will be key for next season, and the front office is considering all options to ensure that manager Dave Roberts has flexibility over a long season. One potential name being discussed is third baseman Nolan Arenado. While some analysts consider a deal for him a long shot, the logic behind such a move is clear. Arenado could provide defensive stability at third base, potentially challenge Muncy for playing time, and benefit for being surrounded by a strong lineup that could help rejuvenate his performance at the plate. Of course, the financials and logistics are complex, and any trade would have to make sense in the broader strategy of maintaining a roster capable of another deep October run. Even if the infield isn't an immediate priority, adding a high-caliber player like Arenado could provide insurance against injuries and allow the Dodgers to rotate their starters more strategically. Beyond individual acquisitions, the overarching theme for the Dodgers this offseason is balance. It's about protecting key assets, exploring smart additions, and ensuring the team remains championship caliber without overextending financially or physically. The pitching staff, in particular, will be under scrutiny, from starters like Ohtani and Yamamoto to emerging arms like Sasaki and potential bullpen reinforcements like Suarez. Maintaining the right workload, refining mechanics, and keeping players healthy will be just as important as any trade or signing. Fans can expect the front office to approach this offseason methodically, taking measured steps to sustain excellence while preparing for another relentless push toward the World Series. The Dodgers are acutely aware of how demanding playoff baseball can be, especially for veterans who have carried heavy innings totals. So every roster decision will likely be weighed against potential long-term benefits and risks. Offensively, the team must also consider how to maximize production without compromising defense or consistency. The balance between adding established veterans, developing younger talent, and ensuring versatility across the lineup is critical. The Dodgers have historically excelled in managing this mix, but the challenges are different each season, especially with an aging core. With the postseason success they've had, there's also a certain expectation from fans and analysts that every move will be aimed at sustaining that elite level of performance. Integrating new talent into the lineup, whether through trades, minor league call-ups, or free agent signings, will require careful planning and timing to ensure chemistry is maintained. This is particularly relevant for players who may have had heavy workloads the previous season, as fatigue can easily influence performance at critical moments. The Dodgers' approach this offseason is a fascinating mix of strategy, foresight, and calculated risk. From bullpen reinforcement to infield depth, from managing international play to protecting pitchers from overuse, the organization is navigating multiple layers of complexity. It's a balancing act between ambition and caution, between sustaining a dominant roster and investing in potential upgrades. Fans can expect plenty of rumors, speculation, and inside stories to emerge as the winter progresses, each reflecting the organization's ongoing commitment to excellence. The interplay between protecting the current roster, enhancing the lineup, and maintaining competitive edge will be the defining storyline of the offseason. And while the moves may not always be flashy, the Dodgers have consistently shown that methodical, well-planned decisions often pay off when it matters most on the field. As the Dodgers move deeper into the offseason, the focus naturally shifts toward long-term sustainability. The question is not just about assembling a roster capable of contending next year, but about maintaining that dominance over multiple seasons. With the team's core aging, every decision, whether it involves player development, acquisitions, or workload management, carries added significance. The organization's ability to balance veterans with younger talent will define its success in the upcoming campaigns. Players like Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts bring unparalleled experience and consistency, but the grind of back-to-back playoff runs means that younger contributors must be ready to step in and shoulder meaningful minutes. This is especially true in the infield, where defensive reliability and offensive production must coexist seamlessly. Adding depth in key positions ensures the Dodgers can rotate players strategically, preserve health, and maintain competitive balance throughout the season. Pitching remains a major storyline as well. The Dodgers have one of the most impressive rotations in baseball, yet every offseason brings new questions. How will Shohei Ohtani balance pitching with hitting commitments? Can Yoshinobu Yamamoto manage the fatigue from his heavy postseason workload while still delivering high-level starts? And what about Roki Sasaki, who is still developing as a starter despite his postseason success? The team's approach to managing these pitchers will be critical, and decisions made now could reverberate throughout the season. Whether it involves adjusting pitch counts, spacing out starts, or tailoring training programs to maintain peak performance, the Dodgers must strike a delicate balance between maximizing talent and protecting it from overuse. The World Baseball Classic adds another layer of complexity, with the potential for international competition to impact preparation and conditioning. It's a scenario that requires strategic foresight and careful communication with players to ensure that both team objectives and personal ambitions align in a productive way. Offensively, the Dodgers have shown that they are capable of adapting to challenges and extracting maximum output from their roster. The synergy between high-impact hitters and role players is essential, and the team's ability to distribute offensive responsibilities strategically could make a significant difference in close games. A player like Max Muncy provides power and consistency in the lineup, but competition at positions, such as third base, could help maintain high performance levels across the board. Nolan Arenado has been mentioned as a potential option, offering defensive stability and a chance to add a new dynamic to the infield. While any trade for a player his caliber would be complicated and potentially a long shot, the strategic possibilities are intriguing. The Dodgers front office has always demonstrated patience and vision in roster management, weighing both short-term gains and long-term impact. Every addition or adjustment is made with an eye towards sustaining excellence, not merely chasing headlines. Beyond the individual players, the Dodgers' organizational philosophy emphasizes depth, adaptability, and resilience. Every season brings unique challenges, and the team's ability to respond effectively often separates contenders from pretenders. This approach is evident in the way the organization evaluates acquisitions and develops internal talent. Prospects in the minor leagues are nurtured to ensure readiness when called upon, and seasoned veterans are supported to maintain their physical and mental edge. The interplay between these elements creates a system in which the Dodgers are rarely caught off guard, whether it's injuries, slumps, or unexpected challenges during a long season. As fans, it's easy to appreciate the results without always seeing the behind-the-scenes efforts that make them possible. The meticulous planning, data-driven decisions, and attention to detail contribute directly to the team's consistent presence in October and its reputation as a model franchise. The bullpen continues to be a focal point of discussion. While the addition of Robert Suarez seems practical, the Dodgers must consider how every reliever fits into a larger strategic framework. Late-inning matchups, high-leverage situations, and managing workloads for existing arms all factor into the calculus. Depth in the bullpen is crucial, especially when the postseason often demands pitching beyond regular season norms. Strategic acquisitions, whether through trade, free agency, or internal promotions, allow the Dodgers to maintain flexibility while ensuring top-tier talent is available when needed most. The balance between cost-effectiveness and on-field impact is always delicate, and the Dodgers front office has historically excelled at navigating these challenges, leveraging both scouting insight and analytical data to optimize performance. International play adds yet another layer to the Dodgers' off-season strategy. Shohei Ohtani's participation in the World Baseball Classic is nearly certain, and his dual-threat capability makes him one of the most exciting and unique players in the sport. However, the team must plan around the potential fatigue or strain this could impose, especially if he pitches and hits during the tournament. Similarly, decisions regarding Yamamoto and Sasaki reflect broader concerns about health, performance, and long-term development. The balance between honoring players' international aspirations and protecting team interests is a nuanced one, requiring diplomacy, foresight, and sometimes difficult choices. These decisions are not just tactical. They reflect a commitment to sustaining the franchise's elite standards while supporting players' growth and aspirations. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Whispers have been growing louder in Los Angeles, and it seems the Dodgers may finally be on the verge of adding a truly game-changing piece to their roster. The name circulating through clubhouse chatter and front office grapevines is none other than Seiya Suzuki, the Japanese outfielder whose bat has been a topic of admiration across continents. Known for a rare blend of raw power and disciplined approach at the plate, Suzuki has long been a tantalizing figure for teams looking to ignite their offense. For the Dodgers, a franchise never shy about chasing the next star, the idea of bringing him to Chavez Ravine has ignited both excitement and speculation. Those close to the situation describe Suzuki as a hitter who doesn't just swing for the fences. He reads pitchers like open books, mixing patience with timing that has frustrated some of the best arms in the majors. Dodgers fans, always hungry for that spark, have imagined how his presence could transform the lineup, potentially bridging the gap between power and consistency that has sometimes eluded the team. Rumors suggest that talks have been underway for weeks, with scouts and executives weighing not just his on-field impact, but the cultural and clubhouse chemistry he might bring. There's a sense that the Dodgers see in Suzuki the kind of hitter who could thrive in LA's hitter-friendly parks while also adapting to the pressures of one of baseball's most scrutinized markets. Of course, in the world of baseball rumors, nothing is ever set in stone. There are whispers about contract negotiations, international posting fees, and the careful balancing act of integrating a superstar from overseas. Yet, the chatter refuses to die down, with analysts speculating on how Suzuki's disciplined approach at the plate might complement LA's existing firepower. Imagine a lineup where every at-bat demands attention, where Suzuki's ability to work counts and punish mistakes forces pitchers to rethink strategy. The mere thought has sparked a feverish energy among fans and media alike, fueling debate over how soon and in what configuration he might arrive. As the buzz continues, one thing is clear. The Dodgers' rumor mill has never been this electric. Seiya Suzuki in blue and white would not just be a signing, it would be a statement. And while insiders remain tight-lipped about specifics, every whispered conversation seems to carry the same undercurrent. Los Angeles might finally be ready to witness the fusion of power and precision that has made Suzuki a name to remember. Whether it actually happens or not, the mere possibility has Dodgers fans dreaming. And that in itself is a story worth following. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.